My name's Dalena, and I am usually a student producer for the broadcasting program here at UC San Diego's Trine Athletics Department. Typically as a producer, there's a lot of prep work to do, so you're researching kind of storylines of both teams, how they play this season. Maybe they're vying for a conference spot, maybe they're vying for a playoff spot. Is it senior day, and so we want to highlight those seniors. Sometimes we'll highlight coaches, their resumes, different things like that. You would pick a play to watch sponsored by UC San Diego Health. And so doing a little research, what players seem to be doing really well so far for their teams, how are we going to highlight, do we know that they might have a really good showing this game, and so we kind of want to preview that in the open. There's also talent. As a producer, you would talk to talent a lot, and so kind of prepping them in on sponsorships that we want to get in, different things we want to highlight, so kind of just cueing them in. I also enjoy kind of the teamwork we have as a crew. On the broadcast, there's a lot of moving elements. There's your director, your producer, your camera ops, your technical director, replay, graphics. All these different folks have to work together to put on a great show and to highlight what everyone is doing on the court or on the field. And so giving that opportunity to showcase our talents and put them on a higher level as we enter the D1 era. I think it's really cool to elevate not only the broadcast, but our athletic department as a whole.
I'm Alexandra Mirman, and I am a student replay operator. As replay operator, I'm in charge of playing back any of the important plays during the game, anything that's called for review, and I also get to play back any of the commercials, make highlights packages, and packages of players who are doing really well during the game. I have been working here for 2 years now, and it's been a lot of fun. I've got to learn so much about the behind the scenes of how the sports broadcasts are done and the rules of the games, and so I've gotten to do a lot of different positions from audio to graphics, camera, and my favorite, which is replay. I think that there are a lot of different components to creating a broadcast and something that you don't get an opportunity to do at many places. And so if you are given the opportunity, I think you should take advantage of it because it's such a fun activity to do, and you really learn so much from everyone.
Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I'm a student director here with our broadcasting group at UCSD. So as the director, I'm basically in charge of everything that you see on the screen. So the cameras, the graphics, that kind of stuff is sort of what I call for. So I talk to our technical director, who's the one who's working the switcher. My job is to tell them what I want to have up on screen. For example, I'll say ready 2, take 2. Ready open font 2, open font 2. Ready 1 clean. And that's kind of how our workflow goes, is I'll tell our technical director what to do, and then they have to know what I mean, and then they'll go ahead and do those actions. I also will tell cameras what to do, so if I need a specific thing like a head coach or a player after they make a good play, all of that kind of stuff is my responsibility, and it's a lot of working together with people in a way that makes our group look good and then makes the broadcast itself look really good on its own. I would say our cameras are probably our most important position, because if there's nothing for you to show on screen, then all of the stuff that we do in here, it just doesn't matter as much. I think it's really important that our camera work is good and that we're able to have good camera operators, because me as a director, I can't really do my job if our cameras aren't showing me anything. So it takes a lot to make a good broadcast, and there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of different people. And while I do have to manage that, I think it all comes down to the camera work and how good we can do that. So I would say that's probably one of our most important things.
My name is Kaci. I'm mainly a camera operator. I've trained in some other positions, but I'm mainly a camera operator for the ESPN Plus program. Going into it, it was a little bit intimidating. with a lot of the equipment in the control room being kind of intimidating, especially if you don't know a lot about the operations. But a lot of the crew is very helpful and friendly if you ask the right questions. There's a steep learning curve, but once you see how all the positions tie together, it's a lot easier to understand. I think one of my favorite things that I've learned is probably understanding the expression program for graphics, which is building and creating the graphics and putting them up for the broadcast. I think it's really cool because it's something I'm personally interested in, and it's cool to visualize like all the elements that go into the broadcast.
My name is Andrew Rodriguez, and I'm the Assistant Director of Broadcast Production for UC San Diego Athletics. So my main responsibility with athletics is to oversee all of the ESPN broadcasts, and I hire all of our student workers as well as freelancers that work our broadcasts. And when it's necessary, I like to step in as a camera operator and replay operator. With our broadcast crew, there are so many opportunities, and any students that have a chance to work on the ESPN broadcasts here, there's just so much that you can kind of go into. You have the opportunity to work on the video board crew, you get to work with marketing, and get to be part of that experience in the arena for a video board show. And at the same time, you also have a chance to be part of ESPN, which carries its own weight. And you have so many different crew positions, from camera to audio to replay, graphics, and producing games or directing games. There's so much variety and so much to offer a new student that's coming into the crew and wants to try and find a path in video production or broadcasting. Any student looking to join this crew, there's so much to offer and so much to learn, and there's really a good variety with this crew. So really important that if any students want to join, basically we're looking for someone who has the drive and the motivation and has a pretty heavy sports background. I think in order to be successful on this crew, you really need to be able to be mindful about the sports that we're covering and have a general interest in sports and be in that live environment.
I really love our group. It's a fun group of people, and we put out a great broadcast, and what we do is really cool. A lot of places we don't get to do this, and I would say our group does it really well. You get to learn a lot, you get to experience a lot, and honestly, if you like sports, it's just fun. I love watching our teams play while also working our positions, and I think it's just a great opportunity for anyone that wants to get into the sports broadcasting industry. And as a student, I'd say that there's no better place than here.
At Sacramento State. Want to thank our great crew. Fantastic job by everyone. For Steve Quist, I'm Ted Mendenhall saying so long from Lion Tree Arena. 86-51 the final score. A reminder that all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Until Sunday, have a great rest of your night, everyone. Good night.